Let me capture a thumbnail. I have to do this. All right. Mrs. Michelle here today, and I'm going to be talking about a video that one of you requested. I had planned something on the topic, and then you guys asked for more, so I just pushed it on forward for you. And I do want to say I apologize for not posting last video day. I had some technical issues with my computer. It was really bad. I kept recording the video, and then it just did not record, and I was just like, no. So I am so sorry for that, but we're not letting that hold us back. Hopefully we're back and better than ever. So premarital conversations that you need to have. Now, I do want to say most of these conversations will be created, held, and guided if you go to a counselor premaritally and postmaritally. So, if you just want to have someone do everything for you, I recommend going to a counselor, but if you do not have the money, if you just want to do it yourself, whatever. I know a lot of people don't like having to have these kind of conversations in front of other people, and sometimes they just don't even like being put on the spot because they haven't even thought of this stuff. If that's the case, I have a list of things that you can talk about with the person that you are going to marry to basically make it to where you guys can be a better team and on the same page. The first conversation I think it is important to have is kids. Do you want to have kids? How many do you want to have? How do you want to raise them? And the conversation will just kind of organically be created from there. And this is really important because you don't want to get married and then find out that your spouse does not want to have kids. That would be like heartbreaking if you do, or if you don't want kids and they want kids, and or if they want 10 kids and you only want 2 kids, you know what I mean? So you want to cover that now, and just because you don't agree doesn't mean you're not compatible. I do want to preface with that. My husband and I have in the past been like, not agreeing on these, but we've kind of reached a middle ground, and that is possible. So I just want you to know it's not clean and cut dry. If you don't agree, you just won't work. In relationships, love is maintained by compromise and compassion. So as long as you show that you care about your partner's wishes and that you are willing to compromise in some ways, you guys should be fine. All right, money. How will you budget your money? That is very important. What will you be willing to spend your money on, and what will you hold back on? A lot of couples get in fights specifically over money. A lot of couples divorce specifically over money. Money is a huge issue. What will you invest in? Some couples do not want to invest in things that we kind of think everyone does. Some people don't want to invest in life insurance. Some people don't want to invest in retirements. So you really need to sit down and talk to your partner about what you guys would be willing to invest in, and you may be shocked. You may be like, wow, that's an interesting perspective. And they may like teach you something, honestly. Conflict. How will you handle conflict with each other? How will you, in the moment you're fighting, how will you interact? I'm sure you guys have already fought before, but it is never too late to make your relationship more healthy in the way that you disagree. It does not have to be a fight. Fights do not have to exist. Fights are aggression. Disagreements are two people having two different opinions. but respecting each other. So discuss the way that you're going to handle your disagreements. How will you avoid fighting? Okay, you need to discuss how to avoid fighting. What are your triggers? What upsets you? Often there's something someone does every time things get heated that sets you off. Maybe they do that one look, and you're just like, oh, really? So, and you also should discuss how will you guys make up if you do fight. You do not want to fight, but you always need to you need to understand how to make up with your partner. A lot of people just don't make up in the same way. Boundaries. This one is very important. You need to feel comfortable always. So, how will you handle boundaries with other people? Couples do have boundaries with other people. Some couples, for example, don't want guests staying the night. That is, they don't want guests staying a week. They might have some boundaries with family or something, who knows, or friends. Or they just might have boundaries with the way they expect their partner to interact with people that are showing interest, which is fine. For example, if your partner's sitting there flirting with them, well, obviously that's a broken boundary in most people's books. Now, they're not going to divorce over it, but there probably will be a fight. Do you have boundaries with your partner? Most couples do not really have many boundaries. It might just be a little bit of like personal space stuff, like don't go in the bathroom when it's occupied, that kind of thing. Do you have boundaries with family or friends? I already mentioned this one. Some couples do have boundaries, whether it's with their parents or their siblings or just in general. People generally have some kind of boundaries with people, and you just need to discuss what those boundaries are, what will you do to uphold them, and what will you do if they are broken, that kind of thing. All right, holidays. Where will you guys be going for the holidays? Essentially, how will you guys be doing the holidays? What are you guys going to do? And who are you going to be seeing on the holidays? These are really great questions to ask. A lot of couples, honestly, travel for the holidays. They usually travel to the same person's house every holiday, and they usually basically do the same activity. Where do you want to go for each holiday? Because I do think it is fair to divide them up and give each partner their own time with their family. Priorities. Now, besides each other related to your relationship, obviously in your relationship, it would be to improve and love each other more and just, be in a permanent honeymoon phase, whatever. But outside of your relationship, what are your priorities? Are your priorities your family? Are your priorities your schooling? Are your priorities your job? There's plenty of things that could fit this this category right here, but you want to be clear on what both of you prioritize, not only so your partner can sufficiently support you, but also if you have misguided priorities, a lot of us do at some point, your partner can kind of re-guide you. You ideally want your priorities to be on the same page if you have the same set of things in front of you. What are your dreams? This one is basically just to say, are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Is your dream to be with me doing this, then at this time, happily? Some people have dreams that honestly just do not match each other, and I'm going to preface. Just because your partner has a dream doesn't mean they'll necessarily follow it. It might just be kind of something they like to think about. It might be something they grow out of. This is definitely a conversation you should have with them and see where they are, like, really with their dream. But you want to make sure that you are on the same page. How would you compromise if you guys are not? That kind of thing. Just to, basically, you want to prevent any kind of breakup. When you get married, you do not want to get divorced. So we're preventing that. How endgame means, ending up here. Uh, Essentially, why would you ever divorce me? I know this one's kind of out there and kind of hard to ask, right? But it is different for different people. Some people will divorce you simply over um, some ongoing drama. Say you need to meet a common ground in that. Not that you want to get divorced, but essentially you just need to say, well, look, I don't think that would be fair, because if you just came to me and told me that you were on the brink of divorcing me, I would shape up the way you needed me to. So it is very important to talk about what could cause divorce, so you can guide your partner and how they could help you get out of that situation before it was too late. Sometimes there is just things that you completely agree with. Family. What traditions slash styles, parenting styles, honestly, relationship styles, a lot of people take after their parents and how they interact in their romantic relationships. What kind of traditions and styles will you both incorporate from your own family or from other things you've seen, friends, um, TV shows, movies, books, I don't know. Um, what things do you want to incorporate and what things do you not want to incorporate? Beliefs. This is my last point. Beliefs. Okay, what is your religion? All right. What is your politics? Oftentimes couples do need to share very closely these beliefs. Couples that do make it work by while not having these beliefs match. There are some couples that grow to meet in the middle. Some couples grow to agree with their partner, etc. So I definitely recommend just having a conversation about it, and honestly maybe even getting into a religious talk or a political talk just to see where you stand and why you stand there, and if your partner might move where they stand, or if you might move where you stand. You never know. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. I post every Wednesday. Why do I always say Wednesday? I don't understand. Wednesday and Friday. Comment down below what video you'd like to see next. What did you think of this video? I'll see you next time. Bye.